Coach Craig here. The difference between an entrepreneur and an employee is very distinct. And an employee is part of the machinery. They are working within the system that was created by somebody else. An entrepreneur is responsible for building all of the machinery that produces something of value for the marketplace. And that is a very different type of thinking that has to happen. When you are an employee, you are really fulfilling a role, being a cog in a giant system. You're a cog on a gear in a giant system with many different gears. And in that case, you have very different incentives and very different ways of thinking. Whereas when you're seeing the whole picture, when you're seeing how you're going to interact directly with the marketplace, the requirements for having a mindset capable of managing that are completely different. And so what ends up happening is we talk about mindset, and for the employee, mindset is it's a nice to have. For an entrepreneur, it's a must have. Because if you don't have the right mindset, you won't engage in the right behaviors. And if you don't engage in the right behaviors, you won't produce value for the marketplace. And so this is a foundational difference. And so if you are an entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you've been an employee in your past life. So somehow, every time I start a video, I think that's the trigger for a helicopter to go by. I think it's causal. Sorry. It's up there somewhere. Search and rescue, they're doing great work. But not while I'm recording a video, guys. This notion of being an entrepreneur and having direct contact with the marketplace and all of the machinery that goes along with that is something that requires a certain mindset. So, what are some of those mindset-related things? Well, you have to be nimble. You have to be capable of responding in a way that is dramatically different and with much higher stakes than you would as an employee. I've written a course that'll be out shortly called Campfires and Vampires that might be of use. And this is part of an umbrella term called energy architecture. And energy is that input into what an entrepreneur does. And the energy systems that enable us to continue to build products and to build services of high quality and then deliver those to our people. That energy is the fuel. It's not optional. And so this is the foundational difference, is that when you talk about mindset, this is a foundational structure of the entrepreneurial life. Coach Craig out.